Alright guys, you are welcome to Joshi Graphica. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to design a beautiful and converting church flyer on CorelDRAW. So this is the flyer that someone sent to me that I should recreate. So if you look at this flyer, it's not giving, it's kind of clumsy. So we want to add life and spice it up and make it look professional, right? So that is what we are going to do in this video. All right, so as I said in my previous video, you have to create your canvas first on CorelDRAW. To do that, double click on this part and then click on add page. This is crucial because if you are a CorelDRAW 2021 user, you cannot double tap on your rectangle to fit into the page, so you have to go through this route to get it done. All right, now that we have our canvas, now the first thing to do is to create the background. So I'm going to import the background that I'm going to use for these designs, right? So I'll just select a few backgrounds, about 3 or 4 thereabouts, for this tutorial. All right, so I will attach these backgrounds to the description below, so go there and get yours. All right, so now I'm going to just import these backgrounds here on CorelDRAW, one after the other. Okay, now that we have these backgrounds, let's place them accordingly. So this is the first layer, the first layered background. All right, so I will scale it up and position it, then I'll power clip it inside the frame. All right, so you power clip inside the frame, just right click, then click on power clip. All right, so then I'll pick the next background, I'll select it, then power clip it also into the frame, then I will click on it. You see that I'm not inside the frame, just hold Alt, then click inside the frame to select what's inside the frame without going directly into the frame, right? So now the next thing is to use your transparency tool to fade out this part. I just want to add a little bit of light and life to the design, so I'll just remove that part. I'll fade it out just like that, right? So very simple, very simple. You can see that the background is coming out very fine compared to the previous designs that this person had, right? So now the next thing to do is to actually place the next background. The reason why I'm using this background is because of the 6 hours that we have in the other design, so I still want to add the kind of meaning to the design, so I'm going to use the clock background. So I just place it around there, then I'll play with it. You can do it better than me. All right, so just something like that. You can just fade it out like this and allow only the edge to show. Okay, so that is for the clock. All right, so to symbolize this is hours at the throne of mercy, something like that. All right, so I'll scale it up a little bit, then I'll drag it down just like that, just like that, just like that. So now we have the background. Then I'll click on the next background, which is this particular background. The reason I'm using is because of the throne. So this symbolizes throne, like as if you want to enter the throne of God. It's a golden place. All right, so that is why I'm using this background for this. That's why I'm using this background for this design. All right, so I will attach everything to the link in the description. Just get yours there. All right, so what I'm going to do is to fade it out. I will fade it at the bottom, then go to your bitmap, convert to bitmap. Okay, you see, just like that. I also do the same thing. The reason why I am doing this is because I want to fade out multiple edges, so you have to be converting to bitmap to do that. So I'll do the same thing for this part, then I'll go to bitmap, convert to bitmap, then I'll also do the same for the right hand part of the design of the background. So I just need like the gate alone, the gate alone. All right, so something like that. So something I want to teach you here is that after you are done with this, go to your blending mode and change it to the one that suits you. Okay, change it like the one that suits you. All right, so I have something like this. Now I want to do something here. What I want to do is that I will go to my effects, I will go to blur, then I'll click on feather. The reason why I'm clicking on feather is because I want to fade out the edges so that it will only sharpen the part, the area that I need. something like this, you see. So that is what the feather does, and that is why I am using it in this regard, right? So very simple. You can just play around with that in your own design, and that is how you master all these things. So once you understand the basis of these things, it will be very easy for you to design. All right, so let's go on with the design. Now the background is coming out very fine. It's coming out really fine. I'm just scale it up, just like that, just like that, just like that. All right. So I'm the kind of person that I kind of um, ensure that my design is neatly arranged, no rough overlapping and all of that. That is why I am doing all of this. So it's very important you pay attention to the details of your design. All right, so I have this background. I have this background, very easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, so now okay, so let me just do a little bit of adjustment to that. And that is what I'm doing here. That is what I'm doing here. Okay, so you can see it was very beautiful, very beautiful. All right, so now we have our background ready. Now for this other guy, I'm coming to that, so now if you look at this design, there is something I want you guys to note. I want to add kind of dark design, dark background to it, so that it will add a little bit of contrast to the design, color contrast to the design. So I'll just fade it out like this, then I'll drag it up, then I'll go to my effect, blur, Gaussian blur. I'm going to add Gaussian blur to it. Okay, so just like this. I want to make it not that very thick, so something like this. All right, so like this, very simple, very simple. So you can do yours better than me, right? So but this is what I want to use for this design. All right, you can see how beautiful this is, right? So the next thing that I want to do is that, don't mind me, I pay attention to a lot of details when I'm designing. So that is why I have this. All right, so let me just adjust that a little bit to suit what I want. All right, so now we have the background ready. Then I'm going to type the name of the church, then of course the details. So we don't have any logo here. The person is not providing with any logo, so I just want to make do with what the person provided, right? So I will just do it like this. Now if you don't have logo for the design, what you can do is that you make the name of the church a little bit bold. So I will make the name of the church, the main church, that is the Anglican Church of Ascension. I'll make it a little bit bolder than the rest of the design of the text for the name of the church. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So I will break it apart. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to break it apart and then separate it, then add a little bit of bold to the Anglican Church of Ascension. All right, so Ctrl K to break apart, then I'm going to use popping bold, the bold style. We have popping medium, we have popping semi bold, we have popping bold, like that. So I'm going to use the popping bold for this part. I'm going to use the popping bold for this part. So the next thing is that I will just drag the remaining part of this the church names to the appropriate place in the design. All right, so I'm going to use Montserrat for that. I love Montserrat, I love Poppins too, because they are bold and you can use them for stuff like this so that people can easily see them. All right, so that's why I use these fonts. So you can just download it on your browser, Montserrat Poppins. All right, so I'll still use Montserrat for these ones. I'll just scale it down a little bit, then I'll use Montserrat for it, scale it down and arrange it neatly where it belongs. So you can see that it's coming to life compared to the previous one that the person had. All right, so we have this. All right, we have this. Okay, so the next thing to do is that I'm going to put this present. People normally use script for present like this, but in my case, I'm not going to use script. Yeah, the reason I don't want to use script is because I don't want to have multiple fonts in my design. All right, so most time I utilize 3 maximum fonts when I design, just maximum of 3, not more than 3, not more than 3. Yeah, not more than 3. So now we have the 6 hours at the throne of mercy. The 6 hours at the throne of mercy. I'm going to, don't forget, I've only used two fonts since, so I'm going to use the third font now, and that is Augustus. Yes, the Augustus fonts. I love this font too. I love it so much. So I'm going to use Augustus for that. I'm going to use Augustus. You can see how beautiful the font is. I love it so much. Okay, so I'll just play around with that. So you can see what I did here at the throne of mercy. I just used a black color for the background of that, so that the text will come out very well. So now let's import the text effects that I want to use. So I already designed this text effect on Photoshop. I will still do a tutorial on how to do all of this on CorelDRAW, especially for new CorelDRAW users, people that are new to graphic design. I'm going to teach you how to do all of these text effects. All right, you can use a plain text if you want, but based on this type of design, this is what I want to do, and that is why I did it. Right, so simple as ABC. So I just drag it a little bit, then I'm going to cut, Ctrl X to cut, then Ctrl V to paste. Ctrl X, when you use Ctrl X to cut and you paste it, it means that you want it to be at the same position without changing the orientation of anything, right? So that's why I use Ctrl X to cut it and paste inside the power clip. All right, so for this theme, I'll just do something basic. So something basic like this. All right, so something basic like this. All right, something basic. Duplicate it so that, let me zoom it out, duplicate it so that I can put the Bible text, can put it there. All right, so I will put the Bible text here for right, so I have the Bible text. I'm going to use my shape tool to drag it inside like this so that it come together. All right, so we have this, then CE when you select the two together to adjust and centralize it properly. All right, so very simple. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is that there's a lot of things to do, but then I don't want to make this video too long, so let's just go straight to the next point. That is the ministry. So the ministry aspect of this, let's do something. I don't want to use this. I still want to maintain this style that this person used, but I feel that we're having too much of stuff like the ministry. We have white and red for the other one, so I don't want to have that in my own design. So what I want to do is that, let me just arrange this properly. Let me arrange it so that I will have space, a breathing space or white space for my design. All right, so now we have this. I'll just drag it up to accommodate what I want to do. Just drag it up to accommodate what I want to do. Drag it up to accommodate what I want to do. Just like that, just like that. You can see that this design is coming out really beautiful. So I will drag this up, then I will choose another rectangle. Yes, I'm going to choose another rectangle. Look at what I'm doing. Let me zoom it out like this. Let me zoom it out. So I'm going to go to your about that crop side, click on that vertical segment too. So I'm going to use vertical segments to delete some parts of this. Okay, so I'll delete that part, I'll delete the upper part, just like that. So this is what I want to use. This is what I want to use. So you can see, very simple, very simple. So now I will use white as the stroke. Yes, I'm going to use white as the stroke. I'm going to use white, so I will use white as a stroke. So select both of them. Let me zoom out. Select both of them, then use the first option on your intersect. I think that is intersect. Use it, then I will increase it to about 0.75 thereabouts. We have this. So then don't forget, don't use more than three fonts when you're designing. That is what brings out the beauty and professionalism of your design. So I'm still going to use Montserrat for that. So I centralize the ministry. Then I'm going to use my shape tool to give spacing. Yeah, I'll use my shape tool to fill in that part a little bit, just about there. I'll use my spacing. Can you see? Can you see? So this is very nice. This is very nice. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. All right, so thank you for supporting me. So now for the names of the ministers, I will just go on to write them out just like this. right? Okay, now that we are done with the name of the ministers, let's centralize, control it to centralize. Then I'm going to use white. Yes, use white. So I'm going to scale it down. I'm going to use I'm still going to use Montserrat or Poppins. Yeah, let me use Poppins for this. I'll use Poppins for this. So I'll just use my shape tool to drag it down to give spacing, like this. Drag it up a little bit to adjust it. You ensure that everything is properly aligned. That's what bring out the beauty of your design in whether on Photoshop or on CorelDRAW. So it's very important you work on your alignment. Very, very crucial. Very, very important. So the title, the vicar, the archdeacon, and then the bishop. So don't forget, don't use more than 3 fonts when you are designing. So I still want to maintain my fonts. So I'm going to use Augustus for this. I'm going to use Augustus for this. So choose kind of yellow. Yeah, I'm going to use Augustus. Then I'll scale it down, reduce the font size to something about 4 or 4.5 thereabouts. That is what I'm going to do. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Then all right, so break it apart, Ctrl K, and then adjust accordingly. Right, so okay, so now we have this. The next thing to do is to create the date, the venue, and the time for the event. All right, the date, the venue, and the time for the event. So let me just adjust this a little bit to accommodate that. I will choose my rectangle. I will drag just about there. All right, so now I'll choose this color. The reason I'm using this color is because I extracted it from the background that I used in this design. All right, so I'll just use my, let me just scale this for, let me just drag it up so that I will have space to accommodate that. Yeah, okay, so now okay, so I'm using my Montserrat for this too. Let me so something like this. You can go to Pinterest to get this vector that I use for the calendar, for the location, and for the time. So that is for the date, the time, and the venue. So you can go to Pinterest, search for location icon or location vector, calendar vector, and date vector. You're going to see it there, so you can use it in your own design. All right, so now let me just edit this. Let me just edit this. Right, so I'll do the same for this, the time for the event. So we have this. So I will go on to import my vector file. I already have my vector file which I designed on Photoshop. So I'll just import them. Okay, so we have numerous of this on Pinterest, on different places, free pick and all. They have all of this, right? So I'm going to import then right. So you can see the grid line, the dynamic line is on, so that it will properly guide you on your alignment. All right, mine is on. Go to your view and set your alignment properly. All right, so we have this. You can see I'm going to Ctrl G, then centralize it by pressing C on my keyboard. So then drag it up a little bit. You can see how beautiful this is. You can see how beautiful it is. So this is how you design beautiful converting church flyers on CorelDRAW or even on Photoshop. You see the same principle. Once you master the principle, everything becomes so easy, right? So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for supporting this small boy here. Thank you so much. So if you are new, subscribe, subscribe. Subscribe. Oh. Me no be like say I know I speak too much English. I beg I know I beg speak pidgin like that. So please kindly subscribe. Kindly subscribe. Thank you as you do so. So this is the last part of the design. I'll just scale this. I'll scale it down. I'll scale it down. All right. So I'm going to scale it down. Okay. So I'll scale it down a little bit. I'm going to scale it down just about there. Just about there. C'est fini. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So it's very simple. Once you understand the basics, typography, hierarchy, alignment, and the likes, you see that you're going to make beautiful pop design on whether CorelDRAW or Photoshop. All right. So now the last thing I want to do is that I want to add light effect to the restore. All right. So just go to your Pinterest, search for, I'm going to attach it to the description link. Just go there and download yours. But if you want other type of this, go to Pinterest, search for shine light. You are going to see it on Pinterest. Download as many as possible and store in your folder for subsequent designs. All right, so convert to bitmap, fade the part, convert to bitmap again. Don't forget to convert to fade out multiple edges. You have to be converted to bitmap. All right, so the blending option for this, I'll just click on it, power clip inside, then edit bitmap, edit power clip rather. So go there, then go to your transparency option. I'm going to use screen for this. I'm going to use screen. So I'm going to scale it down. I'm going to scale it down just about there. Perfect. So I will duplicate it, paste it here. Let's try to use add for this. Let's use add. Go to transparency, then add. No, I just got me. So I'm going to use screen. I will still use my screen, but I'm going to reduce the opacity a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Something like I've scaled it up, then put it there. All right. So let's see the before and after. Let's see the before and after. You can see this is the after. So beautiful. All right. So I'm going to see you in my next video.